All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
yeah, well, we can hold the peace so we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account?
He's heating up!
A prodigy. Posted up with a running crown.
You are the king of the
He's on fire!
You see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that'll bear my soul. Ebony,
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
This is not about freedom. I'll use my power to get them out of the way. Come on. I got hairy legs.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Testicles. Ooh. Welcome, everyone, to episode 22 Hundo and Schneindy Ocho of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest K2 Flexin' on all you.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Famwise, how are we doing? Welcome to the show, episode 2298, Sunday, August the 20th. And we are live for Ask Papa Swolio. So fam, you can drop in the comments down below. You can start dropping your questions with the hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And that's right, Robin. That is absolutely right, Nick and TJ. Everyone is clamoring. Everyone's a little bit feisty in the comments because fam-wise, guess what goes down in Dos Dias? P3S4. Let's get a little All right, so on Tuesday, a reminder, tomorrow's episode, let's just talk about let's clean up some shop here. Tomorrow we have our accountability meeting, so we will not be live publicly. That's for members. You could join now, swolenormousx.com, and get access to all the live streams. So tomorrow, live call, 12 noon. We got some new releases, and we'll talk a little bit about, of course, P3S4. I'll tell you where you can purchase it and where you can access it. Of course, it's live for 24 hours only from midnight to midnight on Tuesday, the same day as episode 2300. Of course, P3S5 will drop for episode 2400, and so on and so forth, so you all know when it's going down. But we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. So just a reminder, we'll be back here on Tuesday, but you really want to know what's going on. So it's going to be available over there at swolenormousx.com /P3S4, but I will let you know when that is available and live. And of course, 24 hours only. Don't miss out on that. So tomorrow, 12 noon, it's going to be fire. The meetings are always lit. And of course, the next Monday, so a week from tomorrow. So not only do we have P3S4 on Tuesday, on the following Monday, the 29th, we have our Back to Swole release party. Now, it's an accountability meeting, but we drop some major new releases. So we have these a few times a year, and they're extra juicy. We drop extra programming, extra yoga, and so much more. It's going to be a really fun time. So be there for all that. Just another reason to join the fam today. Let's fucking go. Very exciting. Very exciting stuff. So let's get into it. Today we're taking pure questions. All questions are valid. Just drop those in the comments down below. We'll get to them in just a second. But first, we got to bust the nut open. We got to summon Zetesi. And let's get today's party started. Here we go, Beaches. Falk. Nailed it. Let's fucking go. Very nice. Hashtag Swoleflation for a chance to win today's Swole card. And the flation part is definitely a color green. Obviously, you can see right through it, which looks pretty fucking badass, I might add. So hashtag Swoleflation. Drop that in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. Now let's get into those first questions. If you have them, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio to be featured. We got one from the Daily Swole Telegram chat from, let's see who this is, from Amy. And Amy writes, maybe a dumb question. If it is, well, sorry. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Let me give you a preemptive.
Matt Damon.
Let's get the Matt Damon out of the way, just because I want to hit that button. I always want to hit that button. What are the primary differences between doing forward lunges versus step back lunges? I see more step back, for example, the 90-day dash. It really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you step forward, you're going to get a lot more pressure on your knees, which is fine if you're doing like ass to grass lunges, which is great for mobilizing your hip flexors, as well as putting more pressure on your patellar tendon in order to strengthen the knees. But I would recommend, for those of you that might be new to that, to be elevating your front foot. That way you're not putting as much pressure on your knees and you can progress slowly from there. We have that kind of content inside the knee mobility, the ankle mobility, and the hip mobility masterclasses. So I would recommend checking that out if you're interested in doing those. When it comes to stepping forward, like stepping forward and then coming back to standing, it really isn't super effective. I'm not really a big fan of that. If you're doing ass to grass lunges, you keep your foot in front and you don't bring it back to step forward every single time. If you're trying to hit a little bit more glutes, if you're trying to mimic a little bit more, it's not so much a split squat or a Bulgarian squat because your back foot's not elevated. But if you really want to mimic more of a squat, like a single leg squat, or put more pressure on your quad, I don't want to say necessarily quad, but a little bit more glute focused, you could do step back. But I definitely recommend allowing your knees to travel over your toes to get that full range. But of course, depends on what muscles you're trying to hit. And there's a lot of different subtleties and different adjustments and tweaks that you can have when you do those kinds of lunges. So the 90-day dash for beginners, it's just a standard way to gear it more towards muscle building and just more effective in like smaller spaces. But if you are building and trying to focus on more knee health and more mobility, I would recommend doing the knee masterclass to build up over time. So it's just a little bit different of where the focus is, but stepping forward and pushing back, I'm not a fan of those. However, you can do them. There's nothing wrong with them. But if you're doing knee mobility, you just keep your feet standard. You keep your feet static, and you just drive forward, keeping that back leg straight and allowing your knees to travel forward in order to get maximum flexion in your knee to put the most pressure on your quads in order to develop strength. So that's more extreme. You can elevate your foot and do it on a bench, do it on a couple riser blocks or things like that in order to take pressure off if you're just starting out. Brandon, do you have any good ways to make moist meatballs? I got some moist meatballs for you. Liking the meat, are we, Brandon? From the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Mine tend to get a little on the dry side. Just got 6 pounds of grass-fed ground beef with a liver mix and wanted to try something new. Have you checked out the recipes? Have you checked out the beef balls and the recipes inside the kitchen? Good ways to make moist. I don't cook them. If we ever make meatballs, we haven't in a long time because Mama Swolio and I were doing that because we were traveling a bunch a few years ago, and we made too many with beef that was like 55% lean, so it was very fatty, and we kind of got grossed out. We just got sick of it, and it kind of made us not sick in a bad way because it was bad, but we just had the flavor, we overdid it on a trip, and we kind of kept on eating it and putting it back in the mini fridge, and just it kind of scarred us. We have like PTSD from like cold meatballs. So you have to ask her. You have to ask her because she made beef burgers last night, but they were kind of like small, so they kind of look like beef balls. But I personally, I'm not a cook in that sense. It could just be the temperature that you're using. It could be like not covering them. It could be not flipping them. It could be how much fat or, whatever. Some people say add eggs, but you can check those recipes. And also, we have recipes in there. I'll ask Mama Swolio too, if I remember. Meatballs. Yeah, I just cooked the patties. I'm all good with that. Add eggs. Everyone's saying add eggs. I'm not sure if that's in the recipe in the kitchen. I'm very simple with my nutrition. So we had a lot of recipes for those of you that like to try different things or have different modalities. But all right, Wyma88 from Instagram. Papa Swolio, what is the best way to shred my belly? All right, you're getting Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
The best way to shred your belly is to stop eating garbage, get quality sleep, lift heavy weights, all 7 pillars. Download your free copy over there at swolenormousx.com. We're just not going to spend time on lazy questions. Shred my belly. Yeah, okay. I remember my first beer. Come on, fam. Lazar Sokolovic. Papa Swolio, at what age do you recommend to start gym? I think you should be active from when you're a child. I just think the overload shouldn't be there. So you shouldn't be lifting heavy weights, for example, but you'd be climbing trees, practicing yoga, running around, doing what kids do. So you talk about in terms of the gym, in terms of focused overload, you could have kids lifting. They just shouldn't do super heavy. They shouldn't be going to failure. They shouldn't be doing a ton of crazy overload. I know you see videos online of 7-year-olds deadlifting and stuff like that. I don't recommend that. I don't think that's a good idea. There's plenty of time to build muscle and to really build strength. If anything, when you're a teenager, you can start learning. There's nothing wrong with learning proper form and going through the motions and being there with your dad or your mom or something like that, or someone that knows what they're doing. But the problem is the overload when you're developing, when you're growing, and if you're pushing yourself to failure, doing a ton of volume, you can cause some damage to the bone plates and can negatively affect growth. But that takes a lot of stress and trauma. But as you all know, it doesn't take a lot of overload to cause injury, especially if you're brand new and you're still developing and your joints aren't fully formed, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that depends on the individual. I would say it depends on the child. Some people have better, some kids are more coordinated. Some kids just have more of a knack for physical strength and for physical coordination and capacity. So yoga and stuff is great, but moving as a child is fantastic. Climbing ropes, things like that. This is all great for the joints, great for the bones. It's great for, get your kids out there. Don't put them in fucking bullshit sneakers that are crushing their feet and causing their bones to form improperly. Let them be barefoot or get them barefoot shoes, get them out there. Don't jack your kids up with footwear. Bunny Love, Papa Soy, I live in a small apartment but want to convert a room into a workout space. What do you think about adjustable barbell/dumbbells? I mean, adjustable barbell, well, they're all adjustable, aren't they? You just put the weights on them. But dumbbells are great, the adjustable ones. I have power blocks that go up to 90 pounds. And then I also have 95 and 100-pound dumbbells. And they get expensive when you get that heavy. But adjustable weights are great because you can get a lot of different weights and save the space. So you don't need to have weights that go from like 10 or 15 all the way up to 90, for example, because that takes up a lot of space. If you don't have that space, you can get things like power blocks, or there's different brands out there. But power blocks are my go-to. Those are my favorite. They've been around the longest and they're great. But there's different types. There's different brands. Nuobel, Bowflex makes ones, but those were like plasticky and they were kind of like large, like lengthwise. But there's a lot of different brands out there now. Tyler, what's your point of view on people taking gear for growth? What's with these questions? Like, what do you mean my point of view? Does it work? Sure. Why are you doing it? Like, my point of view, I don't give a fuck really what people do. I think a lot of people take it and they shouldn't. I think a lot of people jump into that without actually putting in the fucking hard work. I think a lot of people are putting themselves on permanent TRT when they're doing it too young because they're stupid and impatient and they don't want to put in the work over time. I think a lot of people do things stupid. All right. Let's see. Papa Swolio, Mike, what's up? Between mace and clubs, which would you recommend to get first? Clubs, for sure. If you want to increase, for example, if you want to build up, like I have a full set pretty much of, full set of clubs and full set of maces. I'm still getting more. I keep on going heavier. But the biggest difference that I've seen has been from the clubs, much more so than the mace. The maces are great. They're great. And there's different types, different lengths, different companies, and you can get wood ones. You can get the, like the shoulder rock from Kabuki. You can get steel ones online and from Onnit or from like Amazon or different places. But if you really want to strengthen your shoulder, you really want to build your grip strength and maximize that, especially it's much more versatile. So it's much more versatile and much more dynamic for people to do like a 5 or 10 pound club, because even if you're in an apartment, you could do that. If you're in an apartment, you might not be able to do a mace because it's you might hit the ceilings and stuff like that. But you will increase. When I started going super heavy, when I really started going heavier with steel club, my mace jumped up dramatically. It didn't translate the other way around. So going heavier with mace didn't translate to clubs in the same way. Going heavier and getting stronger and more adept with clubs jacked up my mace strength dramatically. And I go heavy with the clubs. I go up to like 45 pounds. I'm probably going to get in some heavier ones too. God damn it, Rufus. Just fucking ripped ass again. And it's hot in here because it's the afternoon. Oh, it's hot, so it just smells like hot, sick ass. It's fucking gross.
The little rascal has spirit.
Oof, that's violent, dude. That's bad news. That's bad news. Brenda, do you know of a barefoot shoe with a sturdy arch? Well, that defeats the purpose. My current ones don't give enough support for longer walks. That's the whole point. Your foot's supposed to be strong enough for your arch. Barefoot shoes don't have arches for a reason. That's why they're barefoot shoes. That's the whole point of them. So you don't want that. That's the whole reason why you're getting barefoot shoes. You might like Zeros, you might like Vivo Barefoot, but they're not going to give you an arch. They don't really have arch support as far as I've experienced, which is why you're wearing a barefoot shoe. So, you know, your current ones don't give enough support for longer walks. That's just because your feet aren't strong enough yet. So I would stick with shorter walks and build up to that. My recommendation. And also do more like foot strengthening and do more like release and, you know, doing more yoga and bending your toes back and sitting on your heels and pointing your toes and strengthening. You could get those correct toes, which will space out your toes during strength exercises. So I would definitely practice strengthening your feet. Mike, which one? I was planning on getting both eventually, but was wondering which had more benefit. It depends. More benefit. I mean, I personally think the clubs, from my experience, increasing or challenging myself. Like, in other words, I was doing clubs. I mean, I was doing maces first, and then I got more into clubs. But then when I got stronger in clubs, I saw the strength in the maces go up dramatically. So my heaviest mace, when I really started getting, you know, focusing more on the clubs, single arm, heavy club going up to 20, 25 pounds. Going back to the maces, my heaviest mace is now much more doable. So the strength just translated tremendously. More so the other way than mace. Clubs translated more to mace in terms of improvements than mace did to clubs for me. All right, let's see here. Let's get another question. 3 Iwad, Papa Swolio, I want to start bodybuilding, but I don't know how to start. Okay, well, you can join the fam, swolenormousx.com, and start our programs. It's really important to be eating properly and following all 7 pillars, so check out those free downloads over there as well. Glad you're getting into training. You need to be practicing, you know, all 7 pillars. Do things the right way. Start smart. Make sure you're doing your mobility, your mindfulness, drinking plenty of water, getting quality sleep. It's all in there. Junior Coons, cannabis and training. We don't really talk much about that because it's really not good for you. It's not really, it's not ideal. You know, self-medicating. Everyone's going to be different. Some people like to do it before they train or after, but a lot of times people use it as a crutch and they really don't need it. But I'm going to leave that up to the individual. So, you know, alcohol, marijuana, those kinds of things, they're not beneficial for training per se. But obviously, you'll have better workouts if you have weed and train rather than drinking alcohol. Like, that's not good. But some people like to do the other way around, so I'll leave that up to you. But, you know, bottom line, it's probably not the best thing for you. Sally X Moody, Papa Swolio, and of course, there's different types. And however you're consuming it, are you smoking it, or whatever, up to you. Sally X Moody, best thing to eat when having cravings. I eat eggs, fresh fruit, and grass-fed beef. Well, there you have it. Best things to eat when having cravings. Good, eat that shit. Probably you need more water. You need to go to sleep. You need to take more electrolytes. I mean, cravings for what? Eat food when you're hungry and then stop eating when you're full. And there you go. Eat real food. Not complicated answers, fam. Azan01, what do you tell yourself after you fail to accomplish your goals? Are you asking me the question, or like, what should you? I mean, when you fail, what goals are we talking about here? Are they important to you? Then you didn't fail. Failure is kind of like a silly thing. Like, okay, so you haven't achieved it. You haven't figured it out. So just keep going. What do you tell yourself? I don't know. Is it important to you? Or do you really want to get those goals? Do you really want to reach that? I kind of hate the term goals. Like, I'm like, reach my goals. What, for a body weight, for a certain PR? It's kind of worthless because it's all, you're still going. You're still pushing forward. You're still moving forward. You know, after that, then what? And then what? And then what? And then what? I mean, I think there's different types of improvement and progression. So if it's important to you, then fucking get after it. What do you tell yourself? I don't know. Stop being a bitch and keep on working hard. You want to get there? Then get there. Keep going. Keep going, fam. Keep going, fam. I don't personally, like, I don't really necessarily have goals like that anymore. I don't really think about goals like, okay, I'm going to achieve this, or I don't have a 5-year plan and stuff like that. It's not my thing. But, either you fail. Is it really failure? You're just learning. You're just learning a way that doesn't work, right? So is it really failure, or is it, oh, this doesn't work. Okay, let me try this. Let me tweak this. Let me adjust this. Just keep after it. Becky, my heels pop up when going into a yogi squat. Will the ankle and hip mobility masterclasses help me get the heels flat on the ground? Yeah, you need to strengthen the muscles on the front of your foot, the extensor digitorum and the anterior tibialis. You need to lengthen and stretch your Achilles tendon, your soleus, and your gastrocnemius. So it takes time. It takes a lot of work, but absolutely. You could also put a little wedge or something, or like a book or a little elevation or a towel under your heels and just spend time down there, and then slowly remove it over time. But you need to be strengthening the muscles on the front of your ankle complex. So if you're just trying to stretch it, stretch the heels, and then go back on your normal, go back and do your normal thing. It's also strengthening your hip flexors. So again, hip mobility masterclass. Strengthening your hip flexors will allow you to get your lower back more arched when you're in that lower position. It'll allow you to stay more upright so you can stay in that yogi squat. And of course, allowing your knees to translate over your toes and get more into dorsiflexion because you're strengthening the anterior tibialis. You'll get more into that yogi squat over time, for sure. Papa, why are you cutting back on sweet potatoes and rice? Because I haven't felt like having them, and I feel better not eating them. So that's why. Rice never really felt that great. It's just kind of like I don't know. It's like eating styrofoam. It's all right, but it always just feels like heavy, and if I feel like it, I'll have it maybe once in a while, but I haven't had any in a while. So if I haven't felt like having it, I won't eat it. I've just been doing more protein, fat, and fruit, and I feel great. So if I feel like having it, I will. It's that simple. I haven't had any desire to eat it. Ryan, I finally went to the gym after 6 months of you yelling at me. You see? So when anyone asks me, hey, Papa Swole, you're going to make different types of videos? You keep on yelling the same things. You keep on saying the same old shit. Yeah, because sometimes it takes 6 fucking months like this jabroni. Good job, Brian. Glad you went to the fucking gym. Glad you finally went. Needs more salt. I agree. Salt is great. Papa Swole, can I still train legs if I have hemorrhoids? Boo. I don't know. Does it hurt? Don't add pressure and blow out your asshole. If you have hemorrhoids, I mean, I don't know. What does your doctor tell you? Or if it bothers you, then don't do it. Can I still train legs if I have hemorrhoids? Duct tape your asshole, you'll be fine. Yeah, maybe not the best idea if you're adding a lot of pressure and squeezing, but, be good to yourself. Jason, Papa Swolio, sleeping question. I cut out electronics 45 minutes prior to bed, darken the bedroom, reduce the temperature. I am still having issues falling asleep. Do you have any recommendations? Yeah, cut out electronics longer. So blue light, I don't know if you're cutting out blue light. You still have lights on in your house. Get red lighting or wear blue blocking glasses, turn off the lights. That could be something as well. It's also not going to happen overnight, and pun intended. It's not going to instantly, hey, I did this, now I'm going to sleep like a baby. I don't know what you're eating. I don't know what your nutrition's like. Maybe a tablespoon of raw honey before bed might be beneficial, but are you getting back on a sleep schedule? Are you going from night shifts to not night shifts? Like because sometimes it takes time and you have to get used to it. So if you're used to going to sleep at 2:00 and then you're all of a sudden trying to go to sleep at 9, it's not going to happen instantly. Like people think that, just because you want to go to sleep, your body is used to a completely different pattern. So are you meditating, reading before bed? There's different ways you can. And what's the temperature in your room? Darken the bedroom. Good. I would be cutting out blue light even longer in advance. Maybe a little meditation before sleep, maybe some yoga. Different options. But sleep can take, people that do night shifts and then get off night shifts, sometimes it takes months or years for them to really get shit back. Bed, 8 p.m., first call, 4 a.m. So what? You go to bed at 8, first call. Is this new? I'm saying, are you on a new schedule all of a sudden? Are you changing your schedule, or are you just trying to improve your ability to fall asleep? Yeah, don't eat before bed. I don't eat for a few to several hours before bed. So we ate like a couple hours ago. I don't even know if I'll eat again today. What's the benefit of grass-fed spleen? I mean, there's a lot of great nutrient-dense foods. All the organs provide different types of like either connective tissue or vitamins and minerals. The most important ones that I eat more regularly are liver, heart, and bone marrow. So I would recommend you're getting those in. And if you want to play around with the different organs like spleen and different things like that, that's cool. Some people like to eat them. Some people, you know, you have to get maybe a little bit more creative with how you cook. If you're going to have them raw, there might be some risks. You know, it depends on where you're getting them from. But those are the main ones that I have. Liver for sure, bone marrow, heart. You might also want to like mix them in. You can grind them up and things like that inside. If you can if you have a meat grinder, so you can grind them up in beef. Just some thoughts here because I couldn't in terms of the sleep. Let's see. Papa Swole, I tried calf liver for the first time and it tastes different than beef liver. Beef liver has a more dense taste. Why is that? It's a different creature. Like it's a different age creature. Not to mention if you're getting food from different cows, there's a lot of different species of cows. It's not just like cow is a cow is a cow. There's a lot of different animals. Depends on, so if you're getting your meat, if you're ordering from different places, where they're grazing, if they're grazing in Georgia or Washington State or Missouri or Pennsylvania, they're going to taste different. Like you have animals in different climates, different heritages and different food sources. You know, the food's going to taste different if it's a young animal, if it's an older animal. You know, ground beef is usually from older animals. There's different, you know, when you eat ground beef, it's not from one animal. It's probably from like hundreds of different animals. Let's see. Agnisk. What's your first thought when you wake up in the morning? It's time to get the fuck up out of bed, and I go and I get water and I take the dogs out. Something like that. Or I have to take a piss. I'm like, oh, shit, I gotta take a piss. My first thought. Good question. It's usually about going, you know, waking up and just taking the dogs out, getting some water with electrolytes and stuff. I don't really think about my first thought. I don't really have, I mean, at 6 or 6:30 or whatever, 7, I don't really have much thoughts. I just kind of get up and I do. Get going. Hashtag Swoleflation for a chance to win today's Swole card. Good question, though. Fuck yeah! My first thought, I don't wake up and be like, you are amazing. I am amazing. I don't do like, you know, I don't like have like an incantation that I say to have a positive impact on my day. I just fucking get up and I get to my routine. I get to shit. I get to doing stuff. Question from Amy. Do you have an, oh no, that's not a question. Guy from the Telegram, do you have an eating schedule, meaning every 4 hours or at least 3 meals, for example, or is it more along the lines of you're feeling hungry, then it's time to eat and that's that? I really only eat more or less like once a day. I'll kind of have like some fruit and some other stuff and some honey around when I'm working out, but afterwards I'll have like a big meal and that might be it. I eat once or twice a day. All right, let's see here. Or why is my cat clawing my face? Jason, where'd you get your sunglasses? Amazon. United States glasses made in China. Made in China. Danielson. All right, let's see. Coach Nia FX, Papa Swole, I don't know what it takes to push my husband to the gym. I love muscular men. Tell him that. You're telling me. Have you told him? Have you said how it's important to you? Are you, how about this? Are you training? Are you in the gym? This is from Instagram though, so she's not going to respond right here. Are you exercising? Are you putting in the work? It's really, it's hypocritical. I'm just saying it's hypocritical if one of the people are, you know, you're telling someone to go to the gym, but they're not doing it. Just saying. Lazy people put too much focus on eating. We are meant to eat on a schedule. I mean, we're meant to eat food when we're hungry and not eat when we're full, you know, and we're meant to go sometimes days without food because we've evolved to handle not having food because you have to go hunt, you have to go find the food. So I agree for the first part. I agree with the first part. People put way too much focus. People just really put too much focus on stuffing their face. If you're eating these foods, like we talk about, you're eating steak and beef and you're eating eggs and, animal products, you're eating real food, raw dairy, if you get access to that, like, foods that don't cause you chronic inflammation, things that are, fruit, things that are ready-made for human consumption, and you're getting quality sleep, you're taking care of yourself. You're not obsessed with food. I'm not obsessed with food in that sense. I make sure that I get the foods that are optimal for me whenever I can. I'll opt for the best quality foods possible. But I don't obsess about food. I stuff my face, I eat these foods. And I'm training hard, lifting hard, and then I'm done. And I'm not thinking about food all the time, like, oh my God, food, micromeasuring, weighing. No, I train really hard and I stuff my fucking face. But you try to eat ground beef, like grass-fed beef or steak or eggs. You try to overeat until you're bulking. You try to overeat so you're getting fat. Good luck with that shit. Anyone else? You try to overeat that shit. Yeah, just sit down and eat 2 ribeye steaks. Yeah, just try to eat that. Just sit down and eat 2 ribeye steaks and, all this, and fruit and some eggs. Good fucking luck. Good luck. Good luck. Try it. You're not going to do it, especially in a sitting. You're going to get so full and you're going to get bored. And if you're eating the same foods, like I get hungry and I want food, but when you're done eating ground beef, you had enough, like, let's say burger patty stuff, I just don't want anymore. I don't have a flavor. I don't have a taste. Like, I feel grossed out. I don't want anymore. You're not going to get fat. You're not going to be obese if you're lifting heavy, you're lifting weights, you're sleeping properly, you're hydrating properly, you're eating real food. And then I eat until my heart's content. And if you're getting, nutrient-dense food, and especially a lot of protein, you're going to be full. You're going to be satisfied. It's when people are eating these empty fucking carbs that provide no nutrition. Yeah, you're going to feel hungry all the time. Get that insulin roller coaster, that crash. You're not getting that nutrient-dense food. You're not really getting the stuff that really your body requires, protein and fat. And then, of course, you're going to get hungry because your body's like, hey, can we get some food, please? Can we get some nutrition? Can you stop farting? Can you stop ripping ass, bro? Can you stop ripping some fucking ass? That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah. It'd be great for this room to be, I don't like it warm once we get like the additional AC unit put in, but it'd be nice for it to be hot without the sick ass smell. That'd be fucking fantastic. Rob, sup? What's up, Rob? Papa Swolio, thanks for the input about beef tallow soap. Order the beef tallow soap shampoo with jojoba minus the phthalates and parabens and jojoba oil for the skin. Good man. I love it. I put jojoba all over my body. All over my body. It's so good. Mike, I lost 29 pounds in a month being in the hospital after my wreck. Pain pills and no food. I feel so weak. Lost a lot of muscle. Will I gain most back just by eating again? Can't go to the gym for 3 months, maybe more. I feel like I've lost my last year of busting my ass. Well, don't beat yourself up about it. Just eating food's not necessarily going to like put all the muscle back, but you probably will put on some muscle just because your body wants to have more muscle. It might come back a little bit, but your body's not going to maintain muscle that's not, that it doesn't need. So if you're not providing the overload, you're probably not going to gain back all the muscle. That's for sure. So once you start getting back into training, it'll come back a lot quicker than it would have from building it the first time. Like you'll probably get that flow back because you have the coordination. You'll get back into it. Just be patient, get those quality foods, and you'll gain some healthy weight back. And then when you start training, that muscle will come back. So don't worry, man. Be healthy and be well. I'm glad that you're back. Glad that you're back and glad you're still with us. The Bearded Filipino, Papa Swolio, off topic, wondering if you truly voicemail each new member of the Swole fam. I was surprised to listen to the personalized message when I joined your first class. Thank you. Thank you. And I do. That's why I said your name. So I'm glad you appreciate it. And I appreciate you being a part of this amazing Swole fam. Let's get a little America over here. Goddamn right. And if you tune in, if you join in on like this coming week, tomorrow we have the accountability meeting, and on Thursday we have a roundtable. So kind of give away a little secret, but we talk about it. roundtable every 2 weeks. So then we'll have group call so you can jump on the stage and have a conversation with myself and the rest of the Swole fam. So fuck yeah, certainly do. I try to get to every single one. Hopefully I don't miss anyone, but you know, sometimes it slips through the cracks, but I do my best. And I try to do it as quickly as, you know, people join. I try to be on there quick, but sometimes it takes a day. Oopsies. Sorry, church. Trying to pour some water. She didn't even wake up. She's got some water on her head. All right, there you go, mama. All right. I certainly do. Let's see. Joe, I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you too, Joe. Thanks for always inspiring me daily. You got it. I'm 6'4", now 214 pounds from 258. Ooh. Ooh. Someone lost 44 fucking pounds. Nice. Went through some life stuff. It happens. Was on the empty carb thing and it made me more depressed for sure. Look, like empty carbs, empty calories. These things exist. These are ultra processed foods that give you calories. Now, a calorie is just the amount of energy that's required to raise a gram of water 1 degree centigrade. It's just energy. So you're getting some energy, but you're not getting nutrient density. So your body is going to be craving more foodstuffs because it's not getting the micronutrients required for optimum body function. That's why you keep on getting hungry and you end up overeating because you're scraping together maybe a few vitamins and minerals here and there that are probably not that bioavailable. So your body triggers, hey, I'm hungry. You keep on eating Cheetos and garbage. It's like rummaging through the trash trying to find something valuable. Every once in a while, you might find a couple bucks. You might find an old watch. It's going to take you a long time to create any value from rummaging through the trash. When you eat nutrient-dense fucking food, you're going to get full. You're going to be satisfied. And I'm telling you, anyone that's eating quality foods, like we talk about, even if you're into like fish or chicken, pork and all that stuff, but like beef, nutrient-dense food, eggs, cooking in tallow, you get full. And you don't. And guess what? Shocker. You get full and you don't want more fucking food. Wow. Fucking wow. You're not supposed to be constantly hungry. You're not supposed to be constantly fucking your face with food. You're supposed to eat nutrient-dense food and then get back to work doing the things that you want to do. Like I ate a couple hours ago. I'm full. I just don't want more food. I might eat a little bit of fruit or something here and there, maybe a couple. I'm just full. Ate a shitload of food. I'm just not hungry because I ate real food. My body has nutrition. Lacey, Papa Swolio, do you realize how much your knowledge and the community you've built means? Had to be in a question, but it's a compliment. I'm getting cranky due to not hearing the podcast live. Why, thank you so much. Get some gorillas and a golf clap for you. I appreciate it. Do I realize? I'm humbled by it. I probably don't realize as much as, but at the same time, I can't sit back and pat myself on the back and be like, oh yeah, no, we got to keep on going. We got every fucking day, but yeah, I'm glad we're all here every day. We keep on crushing it. And I am frustrated also that you haven't been here for some of the live streams, but I get it. Life gets in the way, but we're always here. We're always here. And we're just getting started, Beaches. We're just getting started. Episode 2298, 23 hundo. Day after tomorrow, P3S4, and then on to 24 hundo and 25 hundo. And soon we'll be coming up on 30 hundo, 30 hundo. It's going to be fucking epic. Every day. I could be here for a long time. Not stopping anytime soon. We're all crushing it, getting better a little bit day by day. TCAP, those foods are made to be addictive like cigarettes, same companies and everything. Funny how that works. Yeah, funny, obviously. I know you're being sarcastic. It's not really funny. It's absolutely true. It's marketing and the companies are making these foods to be addictive. We talk about it all the time. You wonder why you're addicted to these foods? It's because they're designed that way. They're designed that way. That's right. They're made for you to not be able to stop eating them. They're made for you to just keep on coming back for more and having that. They're designed so you have that craving. Now, I don't have a craving for steak or ground beef. I'm hungry. Let's eat some fucking meat. But I don't have a craving for it. It's just hunger. So I eat food. Wow. Oh my God. Who would have thought? Hungry and you eat food? Wow. Amazing. Amazing. You're supposed to eat food when you're hungry and not eat when you're full. But if you're never getting full, yeah, because you're eating out of comfort. You're eating out of escapism. You're eating out of a form of instant gratification. You're eating out of habit. You're not eating because you're hungry. No one that's morbidly obese is eating because they're fucking hungry. That's idiotic. If you're obese, you're not eating because you're hungry. You're eating because it's a habit. You're eating because you're addicted. You're eating in a way that you normally eat because that's how you normally eat. It's called a habit. If you eat several times a day, you're going to be used to eating several times a day. And guess what? It's a habit. So you'll keep on eating several times a day. If you're eating once a day, and those of you that have done this, how many of you have gone from several times a day or 5 times a day or 4 times a day to eating once a day? And then you get full and you can't imagine eating a few times a day. If you get used to eating once or twice a day, and then you go to eating 4 or 5 times a day, even if you're eating smaller meals and less calories overall, you'll feel stuffed because your body isn't used to getting those foodstuffs through your system as quickly. And it just feels like psychologically, you're psychologically full. You don't have that system in place. But if you're eating once a day, you just don't get hungry. You get hungry once a day, and you eat your food, and then you're not really hungry anymore. You get used to that shit. The Dusty Dud, how much fiber do you eat a day? I don't know. Enough. I have no fucking idea. I may eat fruit. I have dates. I have honey. So I get some. I get plenty. But you need X amount of grams? Oh, fuck all the way off. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't quantify. I don't try to hit a fiber number. But I get some when I have fruit. For show. But it's not like required. You just will get it. You just will get it when you have fruit and stuff like that. It will happen. All right, let's see here. Ryder T, for how long you've been lifting weight? Over 20 years. Let's get some fucking gorillas here. Yow. Yow. Let's see. Joe, for sure I've been on the grass-fed beef, our farm eggs, etc. I feel stronger and feel happier. My family is happy I'm getting back to me again. I'm an ex-Marine country boy. Let's get some America for you. Thank you for your service. Raised my son on my own. He's 19 now. Life can get you. And everywhere you turn, there's fast food, and I got addicted. It was terrible. I'm getting back and fast. And like you say, I just don't want it. Rice or whatnot, I feel better. Thanks, buddy. You're all right. Well, glad to hear it, Joe. I appreciate the input. Yeah, I mean, you know, it doesn't look, there are things like white rice and sweet potatoes. I'm not saying I haven't had any, so you shouldn't have it. I ate sweet potatoes for years. I've just been moving more towards fruit, and I haven't had a desire to eat them. We cook them for the dogs. I just haven't had a desire to have them for a reason. So I'm leaning into it. If let's say tomorrow, I really want a sweet potato. Guess what I'm going to make? I'm going to make a fucking sweet potato. I'm going to eat it. But I haven't wanted it. So I'm like, I'm interested. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of interested by it. I haven't wanted a sweet potato. Let's keep on going with this. Let's see how long I go until I want one. I haven't had white rice in a while. It's like, let's just keep on going and see how it works. I feel great. I have sick pumps. I just eat more fruit and I eat more meat and I just make sick fucking and that's working for me right now. But if I want it, I will have it. I just haven't desired it. So we'll keep on going this direction. Patrick, just got my first 2 5-pound maces today. Thanks to your recommendation. Thanks, Papa. Nice. You mean the clubs, the smaller clubs, or you mean like a longer mace? I'm assuming you mean like the steel clubs, because I have a 5-pound mace and it's like really tiny. It's more like a nightstick, like the cops used to use, like the spin the little nightstick. Yeah, clubs. There you go. That's what I thought. No good. All good. And this is why we can't have cards on the lower part of the wall, because you kick the wall and you knock them off. Goddamn beesh. Farouk Ghazawi. How can I lift heavier weights at the fucking gym? We answered this question already. I think literally this exact question. I must not have deleted that. We did that the other day. Ivish Sama 08. How do I lose weight and increase some? All right, hold on a second. How do I lose weight and increase some height? I am 18. Give me some advice so I can be like you. One, you're not going to be increasing your height unless you have some serious like disc compression. You have to do like inversion therapy, but you're not going to be increasing your height. You're 18. You still might grow a little bit. Probably not, but you might grow a little bit more. You can follow the 7 pillars, download your free copy over there at swolenormousx.com, but worry more about being the best version of you. Don't try to be like me. You know, be the best version of yourself. Don't try to be like me. I know what you mean. You're like, hey, I want to do some more things like you, but do it with the approach and with the mindset of I'm doing this to be the best version of me, because you're only going to be you. You're not going to be me. So understand that whatever you're doing, even if you're trying to imitate some of the things that I'm doing, it needs to be for the purpose of improving to the best version of yourself. So don't try to like copy or to be like someone else online, because that's a losing battle for sure. Tyler, can we get a gorilla grunt for the hell of it? Does the Pope shit in the woods?
I am the danger.
Emotional damage.
Because why not? Of course, for the hell of it. Fuck yeah, we can. Bulldogs 992. Can I put my arm on your shoulder, man? Is that because you want to be behind me?
Because Dickens?
I don't know what that. Your arm on my shoulder. It's like the guy like a year or two ago that wanted to see my feet on the live stream. I was like, no, it's not for a fetish. I just want to see something. Yeah. You want to see my feet? Yeah, you can fuck off. Kevin, thanks to you, purchased an Indian club and it's helping my shoulder mobility. Fuck yeah, it is. Good for you. Brett, my 10-pound mace is at least 36 inches long. My mace is at least 36 inches long as well.
Because Dickens?
Indeed. It's not really the size. That's the most important thing, though, is there? Powerlifter, I love your content on Twitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Getting some Twitch love today. I forgot I'm still streaming on Twitch. I forgot about that. Don't ask for feet, bro. Don't ask for feet. All right, let's see. Got a couple more questions. We got time maybe for 1 or 2 questions. Amy, how are the butterflies? They're great, actually. They're great. There was a lot of action out there today. So they're doing great. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. First thing in the morning, you're out there and you see some butterflies laying eggs and shit like that. It's good stuff. It's awesome. The dogs love it too. Like they fly by their heads, like trying to eat them. Not really going to happen. Samwise the Wise. Well, I'm Swolo Baggins. You're in the right place. What are some good workouts for the lower back? Well, hip mobility is fantastic. So actually, if you want to improve your lower back integrity, you should be strengthening your hip flexors and your glutes, of course. Hyperextensions are excellent, and Jefferson curls are 2 things that I would recommend. Fashow. So you got the Swole cards. I've been putting up some more. I'm getting the completion of the wall going here, but at the bottom, I'm gonna have to like stop at that height because Rufus will like scratch them off. But I don't know if you've noticed, but yeah, it's starting to get a little bit more complete over here. Decided to finally fucking try to finish that. I think after doing the first office, it's just been like, I don't want to do it again. There's still a lot of cards in the old office still. So I'm like rewriting them and doing new ones. It's fun though. Brett, maybe he was talking about an arm tattoo. He said, can you put his arm on my shoulder or something like that? I'm confused. You could come out and say that. Can I get a tattoo? Someone's got the beard logo. We had someone put a beard logo on their back shoulder, which was badass. But I don't know if that was, you can ask that question. You say the word tattoo, don't be like, hey, can I put my hands? Yo, can I see your pretty little man pussy? Just don't say shit like that, you know? Why are fruits better than vegetables if they are both plants? One, vegetables more or less taste like absolute asshole. I don't want to eat plants. Tastes gross. Fruits are better just because they're meant to be eaten, for sure. The plants want you to eat the fruit because they want you to drop the seed or poop out the seed and then grow more plants. It's just evolution. It's just evolution and survival of the fittest. Fruits have fiber. They have phytonutrients. They have, glucose, fructose, water, hydration. That's why they taste amazing. Plants taste like dog shit unless you're putting butter and salt and covering them with all sorts of stuff. Otherwise, just chewing a fucking leaf. You're not getting... Where's the protein? Where's the fat? Avocados are great. Avocados are a fruit. Gross. It's like, I love vegetables stir fried with oil all over. Of course you do. You're putting fat on it. You're putting something your body actually requires to eat some trees. We like crunchy things. We like certain things like that. It's up to you. My point is just make sure you're doing an elimination diet and you're testing. Because many plants have like toxic defense chemicals and can cause inflammation. And a lot of issues that people are having is because they're consuming so many vegetable oils and plant products. And there's tons of glyphosate on most of these vegetables and plant sources, which is terrible for humans. It causes cancer and all sorts of gut disruption. So it's really important for you to make sure that you are at least testing and cutting these things out and then implementing certain ones. You might like zucchini or squash. Like that is something that might be a little bit more digestible. Some people that have if you have a lot of autoimmune issues, then I would recommend cutting out all plant foods and then testing them. Doing an elimination diet. If you're someone that, it's hard to say because some people say like, oh, I eat this all the time or I consume this, I don't have any problems. Well, if you're already eating all this stuff and you say you don't have any problems, you have no perspective because you're already doing it. A lot of times you start cutting some of these foods out and you realize, oh my God, I feel so much better. Then you go back to eating it and it fucks you up. So it feels like you're not having any issues, but that's just because you're used to your body's constantly defending itself. You have a lot of antibodies in your system fighting off these inflammatory foods and these essentially invaders in your system. So it takes some time sometimes to unplug, and a lot of people just don't want to face the fact that they might have to give up their addictive foods. All right, we're there, fam. Let's get into some Swoleflation. We got a card. Oh, there you go. Brandon got a back, arm, core workout done before work. Just cooked ribeyes and eggs and rocked out some more 5-pound steel club underhand circles and some Therabar work while listening to the Sleaze cast. Fucking tell me a story I don't like. That's fire. I like it. All right, remember, you can join the fam, swolenormousx.com. Tomorrow we have our accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time, so I'll see you all there. Live call. It's going to be Liddy McTitterson. Don't miss out on that. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Live call. You could join from your homepage. Join now, swolenormousx.com. And of course, the world famous Papa Swolio signature series P3S4 drops on Tuesday. Let's go. Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken! So we'll talk all about that. And of course, during Tuesday's cast, I will yell about it. If you're already a member, you get a certified Swole card with your purchase. We got a t-shirt, we got a tank, and it's mystery. It's going to arrive on your doorstep, and you're not going to know what it is until it shows up. All I can guarantee is that it's going to be fucking awesome. So that'll go live midnight on the evening of Monday. So midnight to midnight for Tuesday. All right, the day of episode 2300. Every 100 episodes, we drop a signature series. We've been doing it since episode 2000. So P3S4 on Tuesday. And if you're a member, you'll already know. Tomorrow I'll tell you exactly how you can purchase it and all that stuff. And then on Tuesday during the public cast, I'll talk about it again. And then, of course, we'll end, and then we'll move on to the next one for P3S5. So, all right. All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Oh. All right. If you know, you know. Here we go. Falcon, take us away. Let's get some... Swoleflation, baby. Oh, get some Swoleflation. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Swoleflation, yeah. Yeah. Swoleflation. Jason Trinder. Congratulations! It's your birthday. No, I'm just kidding. But you did win a Swole card. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. New song. Congratulations, Hassan, for winning today's Swole card. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2298 in the subject. Your mailing address in the bio of the email. Fucking dope. Jason on YouTube's. Very nice. Is very nice.
I arrive in America's airport with clothing, US dollars, and a jar of gypsy tears to protect me from AIDS.
Watch out for that, fam. That's good advice. Watch out for that AIDS. Them AIDS. Them AIDS will get you. Them AIDS will get you, right? Speaking of AIDS.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Yeah, that guy knows all about AIDS. Doesn't he? I said, don't you?
You switch the samples.
Don't buttfuck anyone. Stay away from that monkeypox. You heard?
We choose truth over
That's
facts.
good advice. Always good advice from Matt Cast. Everybody has AIDS. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS.
Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth. $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion, $1.4 billion.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy. Ever served in a forward area?
My name's Forrest Gump.
All day, every day, baby.
Lieutenant Dan.
Let's go.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
Chlorophyll? More like chlorophyll.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No hands, the no hands dance. That's right. Very nice. Fam, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Write a review. Leave us 5 stars if you enjoy the show. How could you not enjoy the fucking show? Drop us. Leave us a review wherever you bang your ear holes. And, of course, head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today. Use code GTTFG for $20 off your sign-up for unlimited memberships. Now's the fucking time. Let's go, Beaches. Join the fam. Swole fam. Swole fam. Swole fam. Swole fam. Swole fam. Thank you for being here. All right, fam. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Monday, the 20 dose. Tomorrow at 12. I'll see you there for the accountability meeting. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm